Grade 9 circumference of a circle. First I will be teaching you that how to find the circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle is obtained generally using 2 phi r, the formula 2 phi r. C equals 2 phi r. Really, this means, first of all, you should know that the meaning of this one. Circumference means just to assume that from here to here distance, from here to here distance, from here to here distance is identified as circumference. According to your willingness, you could find this segment as well. Then if you want to get the distance from here to here, here is a curve, that is taken using this formula 2 phi r. So it depends on the question. Then the distance is curve distance, means the circumference of this circle. So circumference can be taken here, using 2 phi r. Here CV stands for circumference, then 2 into 5 into r here. So generally, instead of 5, we use 22 over 7. 5 equals 22 over 7. So 2 into 5 equals 22 over 7. R equals to 7 cm. Now this 7 cm, 7 and 7 can be cancelled out. Right now 2 times 22. 2 times 22 is 44. 44 is the circumference of this circle. Okay, so when it comes to this one, radius is r. Let's calculate the circumference of this circle as well. Here c equals 2 times 5 times r. 2 times 5 times r. So 5 equals 22 over 7. R equals 14. R equals 14 cm. Now we can simplify here multiplication. Therefore, we could simplify as 7 is a multiple of 7, 14 is a multiple of 7. Therefore, we can simplify that 1 time 2 times. So 2 times 22 times 22 times 2. 2 times 22, 44. 44 times 2 is 88. So the circumference of a circle can be obtained using 2 phi r. 2 phi r is used to get the circumference of a circle. On the other hand, when it comes to the first question here that I was explaining this here to you, that the circumference, when the value of r is 7, we are able to get the circumference that's 44. Just you assume that, this is the third question, then c equals 44. C equals 44. Find the value of r. The value of r can be taken when, when c equals 44. R should be taken. Then c equals 2 phi r. C equals 2 phi r. We know c. We know 5. 5 equals 22 over 7. Then c equals 44. 44 cm. Then here 2 times 5 equals 22 over 7. R should be calculated. Yes. How do we calculate the value of r here? Here 44, you can multiply this 2 and 22, that's 44. 2 times 22 is 44 over r. Now here is an equation, really, how to get the value of r here. To get the value of r here, both sides you could multiply using 7 here. Here 7, here 7. This 7 and 7 can be cancelled out. Right now, 7 times 44, 7 times 44, 7 times 44 equals to 44r. So no need of getting this product here. Now both sides can be divided by 44 here. 44 and 44 can be cancelled out. Right now 7 times 44 over 44. Now this 44 and this 44 can be simplified. 7 times 1 is 7. So therefore r equals to 7 cm. Okay. Next one is, if this is a fourth question, if c equals 88 cm, find r of this circle r. So c equals to 2 phi r. This is the circle. The circumference has given that 88. find R. So 8 equals C equals 88. 2 times 5 equals 22 over 7. R should be calculated. So 88 equals to, then you could multiply this 2 and 22. 22 times 2 is 44. 44 over 7 times R. 88 equals 44, 7 times R. Now here 7, therefore you could multiply both sides by 7 like we did in the previous question. So right now we can simplify this one, that simplifying that here, 8 7 times 88 equals 44R. Both sides can be divided by 44 here. So 44 and 44 can be cancelled out. This 44, 88, 44 is a multiple of 88. Therefore we can simplify that. 1 time 2 times 7 times 2 is 14. 14 cm equals to R. Right now you know that when you know the value of R of a circle, you are able to calculate the value of C. On the other hand, when you know the value of C, you can calculate the value of R as well. Okay, right now we are going to get the, yes, okay, that's the one thing. The other point is, then when you know the value of R, you can calculate the value of C. Right now I will be teaching you that when you know the value of D, the way of calculating the value of C here, right? C should be calculated. When it comes to a circle, then it has given the circle diameter. Diameter has given that 14 cm here. The diameter is 14 cm. You can calculate the value of C here. So to be taken the value of C here, you could use, generally C equals to 2 phi r. This can be stated as 2 phi r means this can be written as, 2 into then phi into 2 into r, right? See, this can be converted as 5 times 2r. So you know that r means, and here r, so d equals to 2r, therefore we could write instead of this part d, this for this whole part. So we are able to get this equation, that this formula, that when you know the value of d, you could get the value of c as well here. Especially how did we create this formula? Really, using 2r, instead of 2r we are able to write d. So d equals to phi d. So when you know the value of d here, it can be applied, it can be used the formula c equals to phi d here. So when d equals 14 cm, find the value of c here. Right now, c equals to phi d. Instead of using c equals to phi r, this can be used when you know the value of d here. Phi equals to 22 over 7, d equals 14 cm. Now simplify that. 1 time 2 times. 2 times 22, 22 times 2 is 44. So right now you know that when it's given the value of D, it can be obtained the value of C as well using the formula C equals to phi D. Okay, so the other one is, you think that it has given the value of d, that 3.5. Right now let's calculate the value of c here. C equals to phi d here. Phi d means 5 times d here. 5 equals 22 over 7. Then d means, that 3.5. 3.5 means 2 times 6 plus 1, 7. So instead of this d, we can write that 7 over 2. Now this is multiplication. So let's simplify that 1 time, and also we can simplify that 1 time 11 times as well. So 11 times 1 is 11. So when you know the value of d, it can be applied. When you know the value of diameter, it can be used c equals to phi d. And also When it's given the value of r, it can be applied c equals 2 phi r as well. It depends on the question. Okay, so I will teach you that how to find the circumference of this shaded part. The shaded part. We are able to get the perimeter of the shaded part. Perimeter of the shaded part can be calculated. How do we calculate the perimeter of the shaded part? Perimeter of the shaded part, which means this segment, this red colored segment, total is taken as the perimeter here. This is 20 cm, this is 14 cm. So if this is 14 cm, this segment is also 14 cm, which means diameter. So 14 cm. This one part can be taken, you know, that diameter over 2 means equals radius. So this is 7. This is 7. um Okay, so if this is 20, then this segment also 20. If this is then perimeter equals to 20 plus 20 plus 14 plus 20 plus 14 plus this 20, and also it should be calculated this segment as well. Here is a semicircle, you know that. Here is a this segment is not added, perimeter of the shaded part, therefore this segment is not added. But anyway, here it has given the value of d here. Few minutes ago I taught you that it can be applied when you know the value of d, the formula c equals to phi d. Therefore here also it's able to use, you know the value of d, therefore it can be used c equals phi d. But don't forget that here is a semicircle. Therefore, it does not use c equals phi d at once. It should be used half times phi d. It is a semicircle. That's the reason of writing here that half. Here is a semicircle. So half into phi d can be used in terms of getting the perimeter of this length of this curved part. So half uh, times phi d, half times phi d. So right now let's simplify. 20 plus 20, 40, 40 plus 14, 40 plus 14, 54, 54 plus half times, you know, 5 is 22 over 7, d equals 14 here. So this can be simplified that one time, two times, then this two and this two, one time, one time. So it remains here 22. So the perimeter can be taken here as, 54 plus 22. 54 plus 22 is the perimeter here. 54 plus 22, which is 76 cm, is the perimeter of this shaded part. This is the basic knowledge of circumference that you should know in grade 9. Okay.